one is just each week the level of play that Nip brings. He's getting better and better. We missed some opportunities in the Sac State game. Comes back, and after seeing the film, he makes the same plays in the UC Davis game, and he's continuously growing, and it's a lot of fun to see. But what impresses me the most is what I've said all along, is just his level of calmness. We knew that Eastern Washington, their D-line was going to be tough, and they were going to present a lot of issues for us up front. And he handled it like a vet, only scrambled out when he needed to and made the plays on the run and stayed in the pocket when he didn't have to. And I think that was definitely, for me, that's the bright spot. Having Trey back, he's been out for 5-6 weeks, I think. So I think we got to get him back in shape. But you can see coming out in that second half, just we decided to go with him in that third quarter, and you can see what it does with our offense, and it's a lot of fun to get him rolling. And then just watching these young tight ends. I mean, you look at redshirt freshman tight end has 4 catches for 111 yards. Redshirt freshman receiver, 5 catches for a big touchdown, almost 100 yards. You got Trey, redshirt freshman. Then you got Nip, a redshirt freshman. They're all playing, at a higher level. So it's a lot of fun to see the way that they're growing, and I think that it's looking bright in the future.
Our guys played extremely hard, really competed well. Very frustrating, to lose that lead at the end. I just did a very poor job of mixing coverages at the end. I should have mixed up a couple of coverages. As good as their quarterback and receiver was, you can't give them the same look a couple of times. And unfortunately, I didn't do that, and they took advantage of it. You got to give them a lot of credit. That quarterback was, outstanding in his accuracy, and the receiver caught everything. But at the end of the day, is we had an opportunity, and we let it slip away. It's very disappointing from that aspect. From the aspect of the way our guys competed, man, it was a great football game. The way the special teams performed, what they were able to do really should have propelled us to a win, and we didn't take advantage, unfortunately.
I think everyone was somewhat stunned, but overall, it's I think they have confidence. I don't think that's something that we're lacking. It's not we hung with them. It's we should have taken it, and they're playing that way. These guys are a lot of fun to watch, and they are playing confidently, and they're ready to get rolling. They're ready to get after the next opponent.
Well, I think as the players sat and watched the film, they saw, the little things that make a big difference. I mean, playing so well, first, second down, a lot of times getting them in third down and not finishing the job. I think we learned a lot about some things, just the little things, whether it was technique or positioning that hurt us, as well as, again, them making plays. I think there's a resolve in this football team. They know they can be good. They know that they can go out and perform, and so that's the positive. And so, you take a game like this and you try to build on it like every game. Winning or losing, it's what do you do from here, and that's where we have to go.
Having all of our running backs back in action, it's still going to be about timing, and that's something that we got to make sure that our quarterbacks and running backs have a good feel for with the mesh, and then you got to have those running backs with reps behind the O-line so they can see their reads. So it'll still take a little bit of time to get them up to full speed. Trey has a leg up because he's got 1 extra week, but it's it's just nice to have that type of player back in our backfield, and Cartagena brings similar skill sets, and Darius is different all around, but to have 3 of them that could take it from anywhere on the field, to add to the outside receiver play with our younger wideouts that are showing that they're clearly as explosive, can take it from anywhere. We're starting to get all of our weapons, and we're starting to figure out what we are and what we can become. And any one of them from anywhere on the field can go. So it stretches them out. They can't just key on one guy.
Offensively, do you feel like you've played your best game of the year yet?
No.
I think that's still coming.
I think it's still coming. I don't think we have at all. It's the one thing that we are doing well is, the last couple games we've been capitalizing on our opportunities, and I think it's we had 10 series outside of the kneel, and we scored 4 touchdowns the week before. We scored 8 of 10 outside of a kneel. And so we're looking at 12 scores and 20 opportunities. And I think that they're finding ways to fight through the adversity, and that's what's impressing me the most is they're overcoming negative plays, which is something we haven't been able to do. So, and that's a testament to their playmaking abilities. Now, if we limit those mistakes, it'll even be easier. So I don't think we've seen our best football yet by any means.
We're out there a lot of plays, but there's 2 factors. Number one, we scored twice on special teams to put us right back on the field, and I'm sure not going to complain about that. That's 14 points on the board for us. Our job to go out and get it done. And again, if we would have done a better job on third down, we had some situations on third down, we could have got ourselves off the field. Eastern Washington, we knew they were a prolific offense. We know how good they were, and they lived up to that. The quarterback, the receivers, excellent, and a good offensive line. But again, find a way. And unfortunately, at times we didn't, at other times we didn't. So, you make your own bed.
This defense it's always been tough going into their dome and to play them. They're showing a little bit more cover 4 this year than what they've shown in the past. We had always seen them as primarily a 1-high team. They're still showing some cover 1. They've got a great corner, 22 that our guys are excited to challenge. And but overall, it's about our execution. We'll have them in the right place, the right position, and our guys will know what they're going to do. They do jump to a 3-down front, which gave us some problems last year. I know that our center, he's excited because he's didn't have the best performance that he would like to have had last season, and he's excited to get up and face these guys because now he's got a lot more knowledge and he's doing a great job with identifying fronts for us. So, it's going to be a fun battle for sure. Their offense is explosive. From what it sounds like, we're similar personnel groups and similar style of play. So it should be a fun environment.
Well, they've changed coordinators and they've changed their philosophy a little bit, but Casey John's still there and he's still running the ball very well. Watching their successful games where they ran up points against Montana State and Weber State last week, they've been able to run the ball extremely effectively. Jon has really broken off some big runs, and that's a big concern for us. The quarterback is very athletic. He's a run threat as well as a guy that can move around the pocket and make some things happen. So you put that along with another group of talented receivers. They really go up and catch the ball. You see that on tape. It's going to be another big challenge like it is every week for defenses in this league.